Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Medhasvi Commerce Classes. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is principles of scientific management. Very important question for your 4 marks as we are discussing with the second chapter, principles of management. So in the previous videos, we have discussed about what do you mean by principles of management and what are the nature of principles of management, and also what is the significance of principles of management, which is an important question for 4 marks. So in this today's video, we are going to discuss about another one important question, principles of scientific management. Before going to our video, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel Medhasvi Commerce Classes. Like and share with your friends also. Okay, so now we'll move on to our next video, that is the principles of scientific management. What exactly mean by this scientific management? Why does the need of this scientific management arise? See, before this industrial revolution and all, what happened? All the managers and all the management people were purely depends upon the personal judgment to solve the industrial problems what is going to be happen. See, whatever the problems they used to get it in the industries, they used to do a personal judgment according to their view or according to their intention, what may be the solution for that. They used to get it through a personal judgment, and that will differ from a person to person and a management to management. So that concept we are going to call it as rule of thumb. So according to their intention or according to their problem solving capacity, they used to solve the problems, but there is no scientifically solving the problem at that particular time. So this is the time when there arises a concept called as scientific management. There comes a person called as Frederick Winslow Taylor, that is F.W. Taylor. He was an American mechanical engineer who was very much interested in this industrial revolution, and also increasing the efficiency of the industries, the shop floor where the laborers will work for the sake of management purposes. So that particular industry, to increase the industrial efficiency, he was the one person who has given his utmost more efforts to increase that efficiency in the organization. So what does this person as did? So what, according to this Frederick Winslow Taylor, what he thought was that even if you want to do a simple work like loading the boxes into a tractor, or loading your products into this, even for a simple piece of work can be done scientifically, so that you can reduce the wastages, you can increase the efficiency in the organization. What you thought? First you should analyze the work. Each and every work can be done in a scientific manner. So you should analyze the work first, and then you have to find the solutions, and then you have to find the best way of doing that particular work, so that you can reduce the wastages in your organization, so that you can improve the efficiency of an organization with the minimum cost. So that is a concept of this Frederick Winslow Taylor, and he was the first person to introduce the differential piece wage rate system. So this question they'll ask you for 1 mark, who has introduced the differential piece wage rate system. That is Frederick Winslow Taylor. What he did, he has bifurcated the employees or the laborers or the workers into 2 groups, efficient workers and inefficient workers. So to motivate the efficient workers to work more, or to motivate the inefficient workers to get more for their work, he has introduced the differential piece rate system. So now what exactly mean by this scientific management, ma'am? He is the one who has told that even a single work, a small piece of work can be scientifically analyzed. There will be so many ways for doing that particular work. So you have to choose one best way, so that you can increase the efficiency in your organization. That is what exactly this Frederick Winslow Taylor has given in this scientific management. Now we'll see what exactly mean by this scientific management. Frederick Winslow Taylor was an American mechanical engineer. As I already told you, he was the first person who has introduced the differential piece rate wage system. He has introduced the scientific management in the place of rule of thumb. Rule of thumb I have already discussed with you. Rule of thumb is nothing but if any problems is going to arise in an industry, the managers or the management people will depend upon their personal judgment to solve that problem. That was a rule of thumb. But one one limitation was there for this rule of thumb. Every time when they used to take the personal judgment, there will be a concept of trial and error basis because it is not scientifically analyzed. So what this Frederick Winslow Taylor did it, he has replaced that rule of thumb with the scientific management. So for this purpose, this Frederick Winslow Taylor is called as a father of scientific management. Okay, so this is the introduction how he emerged as a father of scientific management. So now, what exactly mean by this scientific management? As I already told you, according to Frederick Winslow Taylor, scientific management means knowing exactly what you want men to do. First, you should know what you want your worker to do, what work he has to do, and see that they do it in the best and the cheapest way. That is his intention, right? So first you should know what your worker has to do and make sure that he is going to do it in the best way. See, there will be one best way to do any of the work. You do it in that best way, and that should be a cheapest way also. A minimum cost which will reduces the wastages, which will increases the efficiency. That is exactly mean by scientific management according to Frederick Winslow Taylor. It is very simple, knowing exactly what you want your worker to do and see that he is doing it in a best manner and in a cheapest manner, which will increases the efficiency in the organization. That is exactly mean by your scientific management. See, it is opposite to the rule of thumb. Okay, so now what are the principles which are given by this Frederick Winslow Taylor? Let us move on to the principles. He has given 4 principles. First one is science, not rule of thumb. Yes, as I already discussed with you, he has replaced the rule of thumb with the science. So what is this scientific management? Basically tells you the main intention of this scientific management is to increase the efficiency in the organization. How you can increase the efficiency? See, to do any of the work, there will be one best way. First, you should identify that best way. What is the best way of performing any work? If you identify the best way, what will happen? Automatically, the wastages will decrease. If wastages decreases, the efficiency is going to increases and the cost will reduces. That is exactly what the Taylor has told. See, rule of thumb, you have to take all the personal judgment for solving any of the industrial problems. But it is replaced by the science. Scientific management, according to him, Frederick Winslow Taylor, he told that you apply science everywhere. You apply science even for doing a simple work also in your organization, so that each work can be scientifically analyzed, scientifically find out the best way, and which will reduces the efficiency in your organization. That is the exact point what he has told, science, not rule of thumb. He opposed this rule of thumb. Instead of rule of thumb, he came into a concept called as scientific management. Harmony, not discord. Harmony is nothing but agreement. Here, harmony or not discord is totally discussing about the relationship between the workers and the management. So, what should be the relationship between the workers and the management? See, both workers and management should believe that each one is important for the development of their company or for increasing the efficiency in the organization. So, there should be a harmonious relationship between the workers and the management. In the sense, whatever the workers is going to tell, the management should agree to it. Whatever the management is going to tell, the workers should agree to it. There should be an agreement, not discard. Not discard in the sense, there should be not a disagreement. Disagreement should not be there between the workers and the management. There should be an agreement between the workers and the management. For this concept, Frederick Winslow Taylor came up with a concept called as mental revolution. Mental revolution is nothing but changing the mindset of both the workers and the management, and making sure that both workers and management are, each and everyone are very important for the well-being of the company. For the smooth functioning of the organization, both workers and management plays a very important role. Each one is important. That is what exactly mean by this harmony, not discard. So if, for example, if the company earns any gains in the organization, if the management management earns any gains in the organization, then that gains should be shared with the employees, maybe in the form of incentives or maybe in the form of bonus also. Or and also if the workers who are working in the organization, they have to work for the prosperity of the company, they have to work for the good of the company. There should be a harmonious relationship between the workers and the management, and there should not be a discard between the workers and the management. If you earn more money, share it with the workers also, and you, the workers, work for the goodness of your company, work for the goodness of your organization. That is what this Frederick Winslow Taylor told in this particular point: harmony, not discard. Next one is cooperation, not individualism. This point is an extension of this harmony, not discard. What he is telling here, there should be a cooperation, complete cooperation between the workers as well as the management. There should be no any individualism. Workers should not work for the individual interest of them, and management should not take the decisions according to their individual interest. But both should work each other, both should believe that each one is important for improving the efficiency and for also well-being of the organization, and both should work cooperatively, both should work in a coordination. Cooperation should be there, individualism should not be there between the management and the workers. If workers are going to give any suggestions to the management, then if it is very helpful for the management, then management has to consider those suggestions, and if it is reducing any of the cost, then management should reward for those suggestions also. And the workers should not go for any strike unnecessarily. They should avoid it, and they should solve the problems by having a mutual understanding between the workers and the management. The great example for this is Japanese work environment, Japanese work culture. There they used to follow paternalistic work culture. Paternalistic in the sense, the management will treat the workers as the family members. They are going to involve them while taking the decisions. They are going to take into consideration, and unnecessarily these people will also not go as a strike. How Japanese people will do a strike is nothing but they are going to tie a black badge on their head, and they used to do more number of production for the purpose of getting sympathy from the management. This is how they are going to do a strike. So here what he is telling, Frederick Winslow Taylor, cooperation should be there, individualism should not be there. If any suggestions is given by the workers, you accept that suggestion. If that suggestion helps you to reduce the cost, then you reward for that suggestions. And workers also don't go strike unnecessarily. So if the management is going to take any decisions, please take into consideration the workers also, and workers should also work for the well-being of the organization. That is what cooperation, not the individualism. If you go like that, then there will be a no concept called as trade unions. That is what this Frederick Winslow Taylor have explained in this principles of scientific management. And the next point is development of each and every person to his greatest efficiency and prosperity. See what Frederick Winslow Taylor is telling, each one worker will differ from a person to person. So his mental capacities, his physical capacities, everything will be different. So what management has to do? Management has to give the responsibilities, give the duties, allot the duties according to their capacities, according to their capabilities. You have to use the workers until their greatest efficiency. How much you can use them? What is the potential you have it from your workers? You get all those special potentials. Don't restrict any of the workers for not doing any of the work, to do any of the work. That is what Frederick Winslow Taylor has specified in this. You have to develop each and every person, every worker to his greatest efficiency and prosperity for the business. This can be done from the early stage, from the selection of the employees. You have to apply a scientific method for selecting the employees. After selecting the employees, you train the employees scientifically, and you analyze what is the capacity of those employees, a physical capacities, a mental capacities. According to that, you allot the duties to that employees. So what happens when when according to their capabilities the duties are allotted, the duties will go, the allotment or the duties, the work will go in a smooth manner, which will reduces the wastages, which increases the efficiency also. That is what he is going to tell. Is Frederick Winslow Taylor as explained in this point. You have to use the employees according to their mental and physical capabilities, and you have to, from the first stage only, you have to implement a scientifically selection, scientifically method and scientifically allotment of duties in your organization. So that is what we are going to, he has told Frederick Winslow Taylor in his development of each and every person to his greatest efficiency and prosperity. These are the principles which are given by Frederick Winslow Taylor. See, it is very simple. According to him, what he is telling, don't take any personal judgment. So for to do every work, there will be one possible best way. You choose that best way and you do the work so that you complete it in the cheapest manner with a minimum cost, and the efficiency will also increases. So what should be the relationship between the workers and the management, how it should be there, and how you have to use your workers, that is what he has given in his principles of management. Yes, as you people already know that whatever we have discussed in the particular video, the notes will be available in your description box. You can go to description box and download the notes. So this is for 4 marks. I have given a notes like meaning and explained with all the 4 principles of management. A very important question. Hope you people understood with this question. And then in the next class, we are going to discuss about the techniques of scientific management. This Frederick Winslow Taylor has given so many techniques which you are going to use it in a scientific management. That one we are going to discuss it in the next class. Until that, stay tuned to my channel. Prepare well. All the best. Bye.